Okay.
Yeah, as a newcomer immigrant, when we came here, we did not have any relative or any friends here in Saskatoon, and it was really hard to make all the friendships with our community members, with our neighbors. So after Corona, what happened? I'm feeling like I became so lonely because next door neighbor is also not talking to you, and everybody is afraid of talking to each other, hugging each other, right? To interact with each other. So except telephone or just Facebook or internet, we don't have any communication with our friends, right? So it's very shocking, and it's giving you a lonely feeling, constant lonely feeling. So which is hard. And also children, they're always stuck at home. They don't have opportunity to play with the friends, to see each other, right? But one thing is good that we have made a new, we have reconnected with the nature. Like we are trying to come for riverside walk, almost like every day, if not every day, at least every week. We are trying to do this. So that's the hope. Our river, our trees, plants, birds, grass, the nature is giving us a lot of hope. But now weather is getting better, that's why we can come out, right? But at the beginning it was winter, so it was hard to come out. So first 1 month it was really very, very hard. Yes.
So what made it hard to come out?
Sorry?
What made it difficult to come out?
It's very, very, very layers. First of all, from the university, we are told we cannot come out from our home, cannot come out from our apartment at all. If it is urgent, we have to go only one person out, and they are following by the camera. So that was the legal side. Another side was it was winter. So even though it's winter, if you have proper clothes, it's fine. But from the legal issue, we are very stuck. And the apartment that we are living, it was from various countries. So it was another difficulty that we have been living, that we don't know how much safe it is to going to the stairs or going to the elevator. So that was very difficult for us as well. And in the same time, we are living in the apartment. Each floor we have 8 apartments from 8 families, but we cannot talk even each other. We cannot see each other. So we had a good relationship, a playing relationship, friendly relationship, suddenly stopped everything. And everybody was doubting everybody. This kind of scariness came up, and we are very scary to talk with our neighbor. And they were also scary because we don't know whom we can trust during this time, because we don't know who is carrying what.
Yeah. And also, I think housing pattern matters. Since we live in student residence, so we have to follow some rules and regulations that university is telling us. So if we violate those rules, then you have to pay $250 punishment money.
At first time. Second time, you have to vacate.
Yes, and the second notice that if they see that you are violating the rules and regulations repeatedly, then they will tell us to leave the apartment, right? So these kind of policing rules and regulations were really hard to cope with. And also, if I talk about the health issue, like Ranjan, he has some health issue that he needs to walk every day. And also he has another health issue that he really needs to be active physically, but which was not possible because it was winter, and also we were afraid of going out, so he couldn't do enough exercise, and then he suffered a lot. And he's if the daddy suffers, then the whole family suffers. So that stress came transferred to all the family members.
So what are the other ways that you've coped with the changes brought up by the COVID-19?
I've coped by art. Like, I can draw lots of pictures that help me express my feelings, and by music. I practice with my mom and my sister almost every day, and we sing Bangla songs and English songs. And we also do dance. I do Indian classical Kathak dance, Bharatanatyam, ballet, and jazz, and a little bit of Russian and German with a little bit of indigenous power.
Yeah, and I also go walking in the nature with my family, and we go on car rides to like the countryside to get away from people, and we look at the roadside animals, and it's nice to connect with the lands.
So when you say coming from the regarding the coping strategy, actually I always share our indigenous traditional stories that how we used to cope. So we used to go to the, they say we used to go to the land, we go to the fishing, because we learn the land is our mother, and there are lots of relation, not only human. We have to consider land as kind of mother, and other animal is our friend, family members. So I had opportunity during this crisis moment to share my stories, what I was not able to share last 9 years. So it came as an opportunity to share my heritage, how we have been coping during the kind of different crisis moment. It was also an opportunity because we learned from the indigenous elder knowledge keeper from Saskatoon, because I had opportunity to learn from them and to getting mentorship from the indigenous elder knowledge keepers, and they gave us the opportunity to how to build a relationship with the plant, animals, building, because we are all relationally connected. So we went for the fishing, they draw art, and after coming back from that drawing art, they wrote a story. So those kind of activities actually help us a lot. Even I would say it encouraged us to reflect our life, to think different way from the Western ways of doing life, not only depending on the store, not only depending on the internet or movies. We most of the time currently we are using to writing our stories. What I have learned from my mom, how I have learned from my ancestor, and I'm sharing with my daughters, and they are writing their own story. How kind of building bridge between formal learning and from the traditional and indigenous learning from my back home, and also indigenous learning from here. So I see the COVID-19 pandemic, it was very challenging. In the same time, it gave us the opportunity to share our knowledge, bringing our heritage and sharing out with our future generation that I didn't get time last 9 years.
I would like to add a little bit more here. I also got involved with gardening. I found gardening is very therapeutic at this moment, and it was really helpful to stay away from the fear of spreading coronavirus. And as we told before, that we have come from Bangladesh, and Bangladesh has a history, a liberation war history. It happened in 1971. So during that time, the colonizers came and they killed many people, thousands and thousands of people they killed, and they raped many women during that time. So from that history, I think I have taken some resiliency from that history, that during that time people were not in a position to go out to buy the food, to go to the food stores, or to go to anywhere, right? Everywhere was bombing, and the military was killing and shooting people. That was the situation. So I tried to calm down myself that we are in a position that it's not a war. It's not like 1971 of Bangladeshi, liberation war, independence war. So that I think that helped me to build up some coping strategy within myself, and also as a family, constantly we all are involved with gardening. So that is also very helpful.
And
Yes.
we found this, it's better situation that is not wartime. When million people got killed in 1971, I said, what was the situation during that time? I was not there. But my father got killed. He died in 1977, and my other family member, they had to die because of the land and their language, cultural right. We are in better situation that we will not get killed if we go outside. It's better than the 1971. So situation, our heritage, our struggle actually help us to understanding this pandemic.
And also I would say that music is very powerful, that it helps you to heal your pain, your worry, your tension. As a family, I try to sing every day. So to me, music is my prayer, and to me, music is a medicine for our soul, medicine for us to grow as a good human being, and to not to be afraid of any kind of disaster. So I try to teach my children some meaningful song, so which is not only for entertainment. It's purely spiritual song, and which is full of wisdom, and which is full of ancestral history and philosophy. So I found music is therapeutic for my family. Yes.
And in light of everything going on, and what do you see any lessons to be learned from this, either by yourself, your family, community, or society? Like what do you think this could teach us?
I think the first lesson, I don't know whether it's lesson or what should I say, but I can see that it has some positive aspect too. Like the pollution has been stopped, right? The world has changed a lot. And for personally, what I have realized that we really want this life, like the way we have got the opportunity to reconnect us with the river, fishing, gardening, right? All the gentle power of this world, right? I think that's the powerful part of this disaster. That I have taken these learnings that as a human being, we need to be connected with our family. Like I would say that our family bondage has increased more than ever, more than before, because we gave more time and we became more passionate to understand each other's passion or crisis, right? So I think that emotional sharing was very important during this pandemic. So family is powerful. I mean, family bondage has increased more, and also we gave more quality time to our children. Maybe because of busy life, we couldn't do that before. Yes, that's my learning, that we need to be united as a family, and also we try to maintain our community network through telephone, or by sending any greetings card, right, or by cooking for some elderly people, or helping them to buy their groceries. So we maintained our community network, not frequently, but by protecting each other, by maintaining the social distance. We did that. So these were the coping strategies.
I think the main lesson I learned, there are lots of layers of stress that immigrant people are living every day. It's not visible. It came up obvious that this how stress can paralyze a family, even the community. So this is the big lesson I have actually practically realized, that we have to acknowledge it and also solve it. So mental health issue, and also as you can see how much vulnerable if they are not, if we don't have family, we don't have support. So vulnerability is another issue. So vulnerability comes from mental health, poverty, and unemployment. And so all these are together. We cannot separate each other. So for future or even for after the pandemic, we need to build a community. And also mental health, physical health support for immigrants, indigenous people here. So mental health support and stress, we have to identify those, and to the community we have to kind of resolve those problems.
And maybe your daughters could answer this, but what will you remember most about this time?
I remember most of how we played with our baby sister and how hard it was to like stay at home and like do nothing. It was very hard.
Yeah, and it was really fun to go outside and like be with the animals and stuff, and it was really fun to be like in the fresh air without like a bunch of like people and like different gases from cars and stuff. So.
I had one more question, like anything else you want to add, but maybe we can
Do
wait
it
until, yeah.
It will take maybe a couple of minutes to